Hello and welcome back to Ragnall's Forge. Today we're going to follow on from the previous two videos where we've made some very basic suits and look at something a little bit more complicated. In this one we're going to look at making a basic Sampire Suit. Now we're going to make this out of leather and we're going to go through the whole process of getting all the resistances, looking at what we're going to do about the fire resist, because Sampires use Vampiric Embrace, which gives you a negative 25 to your fire resist. So in order to compensate for that, we need to have a maximum of 95 fire resistance, just so we stay at the 70 cap. We're going to put some stamina and some mana on there as well, and then we're going to funk it up with some little bits of decor and clothes afterwards. So first thing, we're going to get our sewing machine ready. Make sure we've got my tailoring talisman on, and we're going to grab some barbed leather. Okay, and let's grab a bag from the bag of bags. Fab. Now let's get stripped off. I'm going to make this suit out of studded leather. The reason why I'm choosing studded over regular leather is we don't need it to be medable. Regular leather armor is medable, studded isn't. Sampires don't use meditation, so we're not losing anything there. And studded actually gives us a bonus to our low mana cost cap. We can go up to a maximum of 55% with studded. So having a 55% mana reduction on all of our spells, especially for a Sampire that's going to be using quite a lot of different spells, that's going to be very beneficial. And instead of using our normal regular studded stuff, I think today we're gonna look at doing some Samurai Empire. Let's go along the Sampire Samurai sort of theme. We'll start off with a Mempo. Nice. And now the resistances we're going to be looking on these pieces. I'm not really bothered about fire resist because we're going to be imbuing that up to 95 anyway. But I do want to hit at least 70 energy. Well, I want to hit a maximum of 70 energy, just because anything that goes over, if we go over 70, we're not going to benefit from it unless we were an elf. But all of those resistances that would have went into going over 70 will go into the other resists. Just makes hitting our targets for getting all 70s a little bit easier. So let's get a doe. That one's got 15 energy. I'm not going to use that one, just because I want to try and get to about around about 12 on each piece. Well, that's not an exceptional one, so that's no good. Oh, this one's hiding. Oh, there we go, 12. Fabulous. Some leg armor. Oh no, that's arm armor. 13, that's fine. Some legs. 12, perfect. And there isn't really any gloves or a helmet for studded. Well, there is gloves, but there's no helmet for studded, so we're just going to use regular studded gloves. And we're going to go for just a regular leather helmet. And let's see, we want to try and get 11 energy resist on this if we can. That'll take us up to a cap of 70. That one's 10, that's not quite there. And this is sometimes this process can take a little while, just getting the basic resists done. That's 16, that's way too much, and no doubt this will be one of those times where it takes forever. I say that and we get the right piece. Fantastic. So here's the resists that we're looking at now. 54 physical, 65 fire, 63 cold, 64 energy, 64 poison, and 70 energy. Overall, these are actually very good resists. But again, we're not going to be worrying about fire. Let's just clear out our bag, dump this armor off over here, and we'll head over to this side. Just because this is where I like to keep my imbuing stuff and my gems. Let's pop these menus down here. Let's open up the bag and get our imbuing stuff ready. So, first resistance we're going to look at, physical. Physical's the lowest out of all of them. That's at 54. So let's have a look through the different pieces of armor, see if we can find what's got the lowest physical resist. So it looks like the arms. The arms have got the lowest physical resist. So let's start with that one. So we're going to resistance, physical. We're going to need some magical residue and some diamonds. So let's just grab those, magical residue. And some diamonds. Looks like I'm running low on diamonds, so I'm going to have to restock on those soon. I thought I got rid of you. Well, you can live in there. Actually, no. Let me just quickly throw this back in there. There he goes. Okay. So let's go to the maximum. Going to need borer pelts. We're not going to use any borer pelts today, so we're going to drop it down by 2. So 15 physical. So we're getting a nice increase of 8. There we go. 62. So all we need now is 8. So let's see, what else have we got? We've got 9 physical on the gloves. We've got 8 physical on the mempo. 9 on the hat. 10 there and 11 there. So it looks like the mempo has got the lowest. So again, resists, physical. We'll take this all the way up to 15. This is going to leave us at 69. So it means we're going to have to do one more piece. Now, we also need 7 cold and 6 poison. So let's see. Well, the gloves we can definitely do 6 poison on. Sorry, the legs. Or we could do the hat. Let's see. Which one? Let's do the hat for the poison. That's got the lowest poison. So, resists, poison. We need emeralds. Let's grab some of those out. Let's go up to 16. We don't need 16. We only need 6. So 6 plus 9 is 15. There we go. That's that done. Cold. Let's see, what's got the lowest cold? It looks like the legs. Yep. Let's imbue those. Resists. Cold. Take that up to 16. Oh, no, we need sapphires. There we go. Okay, so now we're at 69 cold, 69 physical. And we can, yeah, we've got a couple of pieces I've got nothing on, so let's do 1 physical resist on these gloves. Take that up to 10. And let's do 1 cold resist, taking that up to 12. Cold, 12. Okay, so we've got 70 physical, 70 cold, 70 poison, 70 energy, 65 fire. So the reason I said we're going to ignore the fire resist is in order to hit the 95 fire resist target, we're going to pop 16 fire resist on each piece. 16 fire resist will give us 96 a total fire resist, and that's what we need for Sampires basically. You can get this through jewellery, you can get this through shields. Obviously we're just going to do it on the armour, so that'll free up different slots as well. Makes things easier for anybody using the suit later on down the line. Oh, here's Percival farting again. So we're going to go resist, we're going to make sure we've got some rubies this time. There we go. We're going to take this up to 16. And there we have it. I'm going to do the same thing on each piece using the macros that I have. Well, it's going to take it to 17, which is fine as well. This macro, all it does, it goes to the maximum and then -2, and then applies the imbue. It's a very straightforward macro. There we go. So we've got more than enough fire resist on these now, so if we put all the pieces on, we're at 70, 70, 70, 70, and if we add up all of the fire resist on each of these pieces, it's going to be way over 95, which is exactly what we want for a Sampire. That way, whenever they're going to have a vampiric embrace while wearing this suit of armour, they're going to be at full 70 resists no matter what. So, we're also going to do some lower mana cost, and like I said earlier, we're going to put stamina and also mana increase on here as well. So let's get the lower mana cost on. We can go up to 8 using Essence of Order, but we're going to hit that 55% mana low mana cost cap by not doing that. So we're only going to put 7 on. So we need some relic fragments. That wasn't relic fragments. That's relic fragments. And we're going to need some tourmaline as well. And let's imbue each of these pieces with 7 low mana cost. Now, fun thing about studied, if we can get this piece imbued, Thank you. Fun piece about studded is these gloves here have got no low mana cost on, but if I equip them, I get 3 low mana cost. Studded gives you a sort of hidden bonus of 3 low mana cost per piece of armor that you wear. So no low mana cost, but we're getting 3 anyway. And then if we put on the door, for example, that's got 7, we get 10 low mana cost. So that's how you're able to hit the 55% low mana cap with studded. So let's get the low mana cost put on each of these pieces. There we go. And if we put the whole thing on, you'll see that we have got 55%. Now that is a very good bonus to your, that is a very good chunk of low mana cost. That's going to reduce all of the spell costs and special ability costs by 55%. For a character, a build that uses a lot of mana, has a lot of different spells and different abilities, and they're obviously always using either whirlwind or double strike or whatever the special ability for the weapon that they're using is, pretty much on every single hit. Having a lot of low mana cost is fantastic. So at the moment we've got the 55 low mana cost, we've got all maximum resists, and we've got over 95 fire resist for the Vampiric Embrace. So we've got the basis of a very good suit. So next thing we'll do, we'll just add some stamina increase, and the reason we're going to go with stamina increase is the more stamina that you have, the faster your base swing speed is. So Sampires are going to want a big stamina pool. As you get hit, you will lose a little bit of stamina, so increasing that over, having that as high as possible means that even if you did get hit, it's not going to affect you too much. So we're going to need some enchanted essence and some diamonds. So let's just grab some enchanted essence. There it is. I'm going to pop these relic fragments and magical residue back, just because we're going to need quite a bit of enchanted essence to get this. You can see this has already got a 51% chance of success. We're going to fail some of these quite a bit. This is why Sampire suits and more complicated suits tend to be a little bit more expensive. It's because the resource cost of actually creating the suit is a lot higher. Not necessarily in terms of the leather, but things like the enchanted essence, the relic fragments, and all the different gems. We've worked out now how to do these in the most effective and cost-effective manner. So we'll generally, what you'll find is we generally do the low mana cost first. That uses relic fragments. Relic fragments are generally pretty expensive. Enchanted essence, which is the mid-range, the mid-level essence, we use that next, just because it's a bit easier to get than relic fragments. And the magical residue, we'll generally do that last if it's not resists. Just because it's the easiest one to get out of the bunch, and it's often the cheapest. So we will grab some extra diamonds. I am really going to have to get those restocked, and we'll put 7 mana increase on each of these pieces. Fill that one. Okay, there we go. Each piece has now got the resistance is done, the low mana cost, and the stamina increase. I'm going to do the same thing with mana increase, so I'll grab some extra sapphires. We've got stats, mana increase, and we're just going to do 7. We're not going to do 8, just because it needs luminescent fungi. We want this to be as cost effective as possible, so we're going to go for 7 mana increase. Again, enchanted essence and sapphires, but as you can see this time the total property weight is a lot higher. It's 428 out of 50. This is the 5th property that we're putting on. It's been imbued 4 times already. The success chance is 28.5%. Now we could go to the Royal Forge in Termur, and we could use that forge. It'll give us an extra 1 or 2% chance for success. We can also do the same thing at the Britain Crafting Centre, which has got a Royal Forge there as well. And if you do use the Britain Crafting Centre, you do get a bonus to your Britcoins. Britcoin is a custom currency within Ultima UOAlive. It's just one of the extra bonuses that you get for being online. You can trade those in for sovereigns and things like that. But we're not going to bother. I generally just use my forges at home, just because normally I'm making about 10 different suits at a time. So it's just more effective for me to be here because I can grab the resources out and I can imbue as we go. So let's get this done. This is probably going to take us a few tries to get it. And the same's going to... we're done on the third go. But we're going to do the same thing for all the other ones. Got pretty lucky on them ones. Oh, we got lucky on all the rest, on the last ones. So that was good. Didn't cost us half as much in resource costs. So there we go. We've got the mana increase on there now. So let's just pop this suit on. Let's have a look at what we've got. Nice. 55% lower mana cost. Maximum resistances. And again, with UOAlive, if we do bracket my stats, it'll pull us up our stats gump. And we can see, we go over the next page, we're also getting a plus 42 to stamina and a plus 42 to mana, so that's not bad at all. Let's have a look at customizing this a little bit, make it a bit unique. So let's have a look at the different colours we've got available. This is my little collection of cloth. I like to grab the hue of the month every month and keep a nice little stockpile of them. So if anybody sees me in game and wants any colours, let me know. Let's go with a nice red. Let's go for this one. Let's try and stick to that sort of blood Sampire vampire theme. And let's also, with pretty much all of the armours that I do like dyeing everything shadow or using shadow iron. The only reason for that is just my personal preference. I like that colour. I think it looks cool. Nice. Right, let's have a look at what options we've got for tailoring. Now, I don't like the fact on my character it looks like you can see his skin under there. So first of all, let's make a nice fancy shirt. Nice. Now we've got red and black. And let's also go with some fur boots. There we go, some nice boots that match. And let's stick with the whole samurai theme. One of these would be pretty good. I'm not going to try and pronounce half of what these names are because I will get them completely wrong. And there's already a meme of me running around being unable to say words as it is. So there we go. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Let's maybe go with, I don't know, an Obi. That would... oh, I'm too far away from the... there we go. An Obi. That fits in nice with the whole samurai theme. And there we have it. A nice looking Sampire suit. Now this suit is one that I do produce and I do sell on my vendors. This one I usually sell for about 100k. This is aimed at new Sampires or people just starting to get into the role and wanting to try it out without having a massive gold investment into, you know, really top end gear. Obviously you can do variations of the suit. This is just a basic standard one that I do. I do other versions of this as well. I do a heavy version which is made out of plate, and then I also do a Blood Knight version which is a very similar playstyle to a Sampire, but I have a video on the Blood Knight that you can check on the channel as well. In the next videos I think what we're going to do is look at some of the more complicated systems, like we're going to look at reforging with runics. We're going to look at some of the special tools like the Forge Metal of Artifacts. We'll also look at the Anvil of Artifacts, which I don't actually have one here. And we're also going to look at some of the techniques that we can use to reforge and the sort of equipment we can get out of it. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, and please follow if you haven't.